Hey guys, for today's video, I have this makeup look right here. This is what I was wearing in my declutter video that people were blowing me up being like, girl, we need a tutorial on that look. I was so surprised because to me, I just like, this is a quick, very like, I gotta get out the door. I was actually running late the day that I did my makeup. I had somewhere to be, I was running late, and I just kind of like did something really fast. It was super easy for me. Hopefully it's easy for you. I'm gonna show you guys how I got it. We used the Soft Glam palette today from Anastasia, and it's just like vibes. Kind of like this warm pinky rose gold look. We'll go with that today. Very spring appropriate, very girly, very like fluttery, fresh, very pretty. Actually in this look, it's just eye and lip focused. I didn't do my face because I have a spring makeup tutorial coming where I show you guys how I do this whole face. The face is very fresh. I feel like it's still highlighted. It's still very lightly contoured, but very simple. Not too much heavy packed on makeup, not too much powder, just very lightweight. So I'm gonna be doing like a more in-depth tutorial. Probably in my next video, I'll have like just a full spring tutorial. So I just wanted to keep this look eyes. Hopefully it'll be a little bit shorter than my normal videos. If you guys wanna see how I got this look, just go ahead and keep watching. We're gonna jump in right now. We all know what the first step is. MAC paint pot. I use soft ochre. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I talk about it all the time. It's kind of annoying at this point. Actually, if you guys haven't seen my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty video, on Wednesday, I believe the paint pots are going to be on sale for $11. I mentioned in that video that I believe you get free shipping during the sale. So it's actually just certain like platforms, I guess. If you're like a diamond or a platinum status, I believe, with Ulta, which basically means you spend all your money at Ulta. Guilty. Then you would get your product shipped for free with no minimum purchase. I can't remember what I am. I'm one of the two because I also freelance, so I buy a lot of my stuff that I need from Ulta. So, you know, I spend a lot of money there. So I guess I didn't realize that it was because I was one of those two. But yeah, sorry. I said that in the video and I felt bad because I was like, shit, well, what about the people who don't spend a lot of money at Ulta? Like, I feel like during this sale, like if Ulta wanted to go big or go home, they would be like, you know what? Free shipping for everybody. No minimum purchase for anything. Maybe not the whole store, but just the item. I feel like they would sell way more. That's just me. Anyways, let's jump into it. So for this video, I'm gonna be using the Soft Glam palette. This, well, first of all, it's dirty. That's embarrassing. But this is one of my favorite palettes of all time. By far my favorite Anastasia palette. So I was so surprised people wanted to see this look because I thought, like, for me, I was actually in a rush when I did this look, and I was like, I'm just gonna do something quick and simple, and apparently you guys liked it. So thank you for requesting it. Let's go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna start with this one right here, which is Burnt Orange. I'm taking a Sigma E40. This is a newer one that I finally ordered. It took me 10 years to order multiples of my favorite Sigma brushes, and I think they changed the brushes from when I bought them last. That was quite a long time ago because I've had my Sigma brushes for years, like 5 or 6 years now, but I believe they've changed them. They feel a little bit different. They're still working fine. I've been using my newer ones instead of my old ones just to kind of like break them in, and they're working fine, but they feel a little bit more stiff in my opinion. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely fine. I still love them. And I noticed that they have a little bit of like a sleeker handle, so it looks like they upgraded the handles as well. But yeah, still working fine. I told you guys on Insta stories that I would update you, and I still like them. There's definitely a difference. I mean, I guess they, you know, obviously in the time that I bought my brushes, I'm sure they've done a little bit of changes to their products, as do most companies, but they still work really, really well. So anyways, I'm just buffing this in the transition, and I swear this look is so easy. It's just 2 crease colors and then a lid color. And I'm actually gonna go in and blend out one more time after we go in with the next shade, which is this one. This is Mulberry. By the way, I'm taking this with a Morphe R38. It's a little bit of a bigger blending brush. Typically, I go a little bit smaller so I can do more precise work, but because I want this to be very like diffused, I want it to be very sexy looking. I hate saying that word. I feel so gross when I say the word sexy, but because that's the look that I'm going for, I'm taking a little bit of a bigger brush so I can kind of have a little bit more like sultriness to the eye. Anyways, so in my declutter video, I usually include the makeup that I'm wearing in all of my videos because I get a lot of questions on what I'm wearing. I didn't list it in that video because, well, number one, I filmed that video at 2 different times. I was really busy that day, so I started it and then I had to go and do things, and then when I came home and finished it, I had worked out, my makeup looked like shit, I was really sweaty, it was like gross. So I was like, I'm not even gonna list it. It's such a simple look, nobody even cares, and I just like got so many questions. Can you do a tutorial? What did you use? To get to the point of the story, one girl commented on my video and said, did you use the Soft Glam palette? And she listed everything that I used. She was like, did you use Mulberry and the Crease and Sultry on the lid? And I was like, bitch, how the fuck did you know that? I thought it was so funny. So I was like, oh my god, this girl knows her stuff. I was so impressed. Like, I was like, I'm not kidding. When I read that comment, I was like, holy shit, how did she know that? I thought that was so funny. But anywho, I'm just taking this and blending this in. Again, this is not going to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect because I want it to be sultry. I'm just very lightly blending. These shadows blend so easily, so it's really not a lot of work. I'm gonna take just a little bit more of burnt orange, just a pinch back on my E40, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more up here because we lost some of it. You don't have to do this if you like the way that the Mulberry looks, but I want to see a little bit more of that orange, and so I'm just going to do a little bit, and that's it for the transition. Next I'm going to take Sultry, which is this one right here. I'm just going to take my ring finger. I feel like the shade is so much more pigmented when you use your finger, like it's much more shimmery. I'm also not really one to spray my shimmers. I know a lot of people say that, oh, if you spray a shimmer, it'll show up more intensely. I want a shimmer that's just gonna show up without me having to spray it because that's a step I just don't feel like taking. So if you have a shimmer that's a little bit like lackluster, it's not giving you what you want. Sometimes when you take your finger and press it on with your finger, the warmth from your finger kind of helps intensify it a little bit. That's what I've just kind of found to help me. I feel like the average person doesn't prime, doesn't set their face. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, I just feel like for me, when I talk to like people whose makeup that I do, like my clients, or I talk to just like regular people in my everyday life, like my friends, they don't take all these steps like I do. So if we're talking about like the basic average person who enjoys makeup, but they're not like a makeup junkie like, you know, me and so many others, it's kind of like they don't do all those things, so why should you have to spray a shimmer, you know? That's just kind of like my thinking behind it. But anyways, maybe I'm just kind of rambling on. So I'm gonna take that same Morphe brush and I'm just going to blend the edges because I want it to be a little softer. I want it to like blend up into the crease. And then what I'm gonna do is take the black in the palette. I'm taking my Morphe brush. This is the flat definer brush that I always use. This just looks so much softer, and I just prefer this over like liquid liners and gels. I don't know, I'm not into it anymore. I'm into very soft, pretty makeup lately. Let's do a little bit of mascara. I'm almost done with my Lash Paradise. I'm like really trying to finish this off. I have my Koko lashes. These are in the style Venus. These are the same ones that I've been using for months. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll just let you guys know when these go to die. Actually, you know what's so funny? I had a dream last night that I ripped these lashes in half. Like, those are the things I dream about. That's so sad. But anyways, they look like this. Mine are dirty, so please ignore, but I think they're perfect for this type of look because they show off the makeup. So you can kind of see this eye. They're a little bit more separated. They're not so full and so thick that they cover all that work that you did. I'm just gonna do my face off camera. I have a spring makeup tutorial coming soon, and I've been doing my face makeup a little bit differently. Nothing too crazy, but it is a little bit more like fresh, more radiant, more glowy. So I'm gonna do a whole dedicated, like a full spring look, eyes, face, and everything. That face is the same face that I've been doing for that video that I have planned. I don't know why I couldn't spit that out. So that'll be coming soon. I'm gonna go ahead and do my face off camera. I'll be right back. We'll do the lower lash line, lips, and then we'll finish off the look. So I'll be right back. Give me a second. I actually forgot that I tight lined on this eye off camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that on this eye. This is the Endless Silky Eye Pen from Pixi, and this is the black one. This is like one of my favorite liners at the drugstore. This is like literal torture, but I just do my top waterline. I really like to do this for a look like this where it's very sultry. I don't know how many times I can say sultry in this video, but you guys know I'm not a big fan of liner in my lower waterline, so I just do the top. This sets and it stays put. I love it. It's amazing. It's like $6. So my favorite eyeliner, I've had this forever because I hardly ever use black liner. But when I do, it's that one. Okay, moving on to the lower lash line. I'm gonna be taking the shade right here, Sienna. I always like to connect this to the outer part right here, so everything kind of comes together. And then I'm gonna be going in with Mulberry Focus, thank you so much, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna take this little brush. This is also from Morphe. This is the M562. It's this little teeny tiny brush. All my other flat brushes are dirty. Typically this is where I would take a flat brush and kind of define the color on the lower lash line, but they're all dirty so I can't use them. So I'm just going to be taking a little bit of this, and I'm taking this brush because it's so small but it's fluffy, so it'll blend at the same time. And I'm going to do just a little bit, but I'm gonna kind of hug this up on the lower lash line so that that Sienna shade still kind of shows underneath. For inner corner highlight, I am taking the highlighter palette that I use, which is this one from Milani. It's the Rose Glow. Love this. I actually have this on my face today. I know the lights are super bright. It always washes out my highlight, but I'm just gonna be taking the lightest shade in the palette, which is this. I talk about this all the time, just so you guys can see how intense the pigmentation is. But I'm gonna be taking my little Eco Tools brush that I like to use for the inner corner and the brow bone, flick off the excess. It's super pigmented. Even when I go into highlight with a fan brush, I just barely tap in each color. I like to mix them all together. I barely tap anything, and I always have to tap off the excess because it's so pigmented. So just make sure that you do that, especially with this palette. And I'm gonna take this just right under the arch of the brow. I'm not really into a heavy inner corner like I used to be. Like I used to be like, bam, that bitch has an inner corner highlight. Lately, I'm into something just a little bit softer. So I'm not gonna add any more product. I'm just gonna kind of move this around until it's like dispersed to my liking. Going with a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes. This is from Milani. It's the Satin Matte Liquid Lip, Satin Lip, whatever it is. It reminds me a lot of the ColourPop satin lipsticks. If I'm not mistaken, Ulta doesn't carry these satin lips. I don't think they do. You have to order them online. So these, the formula is very comfortable like those, and you can get them in stores. I actually picked this up when I was grocery shopping. But this is in the shade 02. Oh my god, also the applicator on these are incredible. They just hug your lip the right way. And I know I tell you guys quite often that I am not into liquid lips. I'm not a fan of them. I only wear liquid lips if I'm wearing a gloss on top, or again, if I'm not wearing it for that long. I can wear this by itself and it doesn't bother my lips. It doesn't dry my lips out or anything. I am so obsessed. I wish they had a better color selection. They have like I would say probably maybe like 10 colors just from what I remember seeing in stores, but a lot of them are like pinky purpley tones. I wish they had like just a bigger selection of nudes because I would buy them in every single color. They're amazing. I also have this in red, the red one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's stunning as well. This from Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit. This is the High Shine lipstick. The first one is Send Nudes and then Caught You Bare Naked. I actually just keep these in my purse, so they're always with me at all times. I love them, I love them, I love them, I love them. I've been wearing them non-stop. I'm gonna take Send Nudes first. I put this on top. I'm gonna take Caught You Bare Naked, yeah. I'm actually just gonna pop this right in the center. Just gonna tap it out. I mean, I know it's a lot of steps. It's like 3 different things. You definitely don't need to do that, but it's just like the combination that I live for. Like, this is the perfect pinky nude in my opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I like couldn't believe how many people wanted to see a tutorial on this look. I was just like, really? I mean, I'm happy to do it, but I was just like, I didn't think so many people would want to see it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe before you go. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And of course, comment below what you want me to film, whatever types of requests that you have, leave them in the comments and I'd be more than happy to film them for you. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Do you believe in love after love? And this is the Pilky. This is Pilky. Okay. This is the Pixie Endless Silky. Fuck. Okay. Pixie Endless Silky. This is the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen, and I'm gonna use this to, why am I going like this? This is the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen. Oh my god. This is the, oh my god, I hate myself. Just to add something, so something is there. Just to add something, so something is there. Obviously. The satin lips from ColourPops, you can only ColourPops. Okay. Obsessed with it the moment after season. Bless me.